This is Lee connected to McCain's, Columbia Coal Store, now called Lineage, SVC, Simplot, and also the Weber. And there's administration office has a Vista utility poles done on a natural disaster. Poles were put down. Moses Lake was hit by a natural disaster. Othello, Washington was hit by a natural disaster. And also Spokane was hit by a natural disaster. And Tri-Cities was hit by a natural disaster. Electricity poles were down. This is 500 East Main Street, City Hall, Othello, Washington. And also, don't forget, District Court, and connected to the WIC program, and also the Behavioral Science Integrated Services. And that's Amanda Cepeda. She has a master's degree and PhD. She's a witness of all the housing development, all the roofs, Cimaron 5 INC caught on fire. Also 1005 East Hamlet, the mayor's house. Sean R. Logan's house was on fire. And also she's a witness of Jim Logan. Jim Logan is at Olympia, 670, 640, 11th. And that's Jim Logan. And Ajmer Singh Nijjar, a witness of all the natural disasters caused. We had to replace the roof, raise the piping, replace the heat boards to regular heat boards to smaller heat boards connected to the Vista utility. This is a Vista utility. This is the Cimaron 5 INC, Banquet Party Hall, Restaurant, Bar, and Motel. Sunset Acres as well. They have a high voltage meters. You got Vista poles that are down, need to be replaced for more water, for resistance for the storm again. Legalities of the update on the Vista poles that are updated. The steel beams for the grunt towers, like in Spokane, connected to Vista Utilities on Mission Street, Spokane. Everybody that has business offices in Othello had a natural disaster. All the gas stations, the gas station Chevron caught on fire. And we got 3103A. And we got 8093876. LD75, 75 feet tall, pole 11. Now we got another pole. It says 3449 Avista LD12 90. It's a 90 footer. Pole 9 N68. It is PO 11 8407. This is a Mirelid, pole number N6 082018 2018. This is 344902 Vista LD 1290-0 90 footer. As you can see, natural disaster is no joke. Farm insurance here on Broadway in Moses Lake have a used to be Eagle Mortgage, escrow lending people money and mortgages and whatnot. Open Bake's right next door. Kandar, grandfather, and my Jasmine. This is Jasmine, my grandmother. My grandmother, Cimaron 5 INC, Bank Fire Restaurant. And that's India. India is next to Pakistan. My grandmother is dead now. She's no more existing. I might got my grandfather and a mirror and Mumu and Ganja and also Nindu and everybody on the from India on YouTube, Facebook. And she's no more alive no more. She's dead. This is her. This is the remains of my grandmother. These are poles from the Vista Utility. This is a Vista Utilities. And this is updates for the systems. You can see these poles are remains of my dead grandmother. She's at Ajmer Singh Nijjar. Natural disaster, Spokane, Tri-Cities, Kennewick, Richland, Pasco, and also Spokane and here in Othello and Moses Lake. These poles are replaced and put in. And this is connected to Lee, the Scona Connor, Watch the Potato, City Hall, 500 East Main Street, and that's Amanda Cepeda, PhD, his master's. And the also the churches, LDS Church, and also the Sacred Mormon Church on 7th Avenue, and the Church Mormon Church on 11th. That's Jim Logan. Amanda's a witness for all the housing, all the development, all the natural disaster, rebuilding Othello, Washington, rebuilding Moses Lake, Washington, remodeling, rebuilding. Andy Miller at CO Benton, Washington, U.S. software program and affidavits. He's a Washington State prosecutor. And these award letters, no plea bargaining, straight prosecution. No, this is Jasmine Amanda, and this is the mother and father, Ajmer Singh Nijjar. And that's Amanda Cepeda, she witnessed. So my grandfather, my Kandar, brought him in integrated services over the courtroom and also City Hall. And he sat down with me, and also Jim Logan sat down with me inside the integrated services, and that's Amanda Cepeda, she's a witness. And they didn't know how to say it to me that my grandmother's dead, and this is the remains of her. Natural disaster, and what I got left of India, which is next to Pakistan. What the Twin Towers from September 11th is what I got left. And that's my grandmother and my other grandmother. And this is my other grandmother. And she's from India. All family members are on YouTube, Facebook, and India. Mumu Ganja, and also my grandfather. He promised me, he wanted to promise him the 365, the business, and Microsoft, and Bill Gates, and Phoebe, whatnot, Donald Trump, and Melinda Trump. I'm with them at International Airport in Moses Lake, and legalities. You see what you get what you get, you ask what you get for, and this is what it is, a natural disaster. And that's fire insurance on Broadway. Fire insurance on Broadway has all legalities, and she's on Facebook, YouTube, and they used to be, of course, Eagle Escrow and business. You buy it, number and loans. You don't put bank right across the street, and Chase Bank, and also Winally, the U.S. Bank. So what have you? We have a natural disaster, and these updates on the Vista Utility power outage locations are on Facebook, YouTube. These are moderated power outage, nuclear power connected to the dams and turbines as well. Turbines are powered by magnets and so forth. The Kennewick command was removed, and they in turn gave you a artificial Indian archive and did a government cover-up. And what they did was Gonzaga University was modeled and built by me, and Amanda Cepeda is a witness. Administration, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, and also military staffers and generals, the Marines, and also that's Manus. They kicked him out of here, and that's the Bravo base, and they kicked him out of here. Administration office, and they don't allow any of the administration officers here no more. So this is the update. This is what's left of my grandmother, and this is the Vista Utilities. And there is a retirement center called Covington House, which is connected to Columbia on Safeway in downtown Spokane, called the Vista Utilities. Next to it is a retirement home for police officers, military staff, generals, NATO admirals, Air Force commands, Coast Guard, and Red Seas, Army, Delta, any of those like natures are of Spear School, R2Cs, West Pointers, Navy Department, Army Department, legalities of any of those artificial commandants and downfalls for the unknown graves, and submit the information. It pretty much was a big old cover-up, as you can see. It's the Tri-City Herald, and it's right on the Tri-City Herald, the Kennewick map. Legalities is 1313 West Grand Ronde. 1313 West Grand Ronde is connected to the boat races, and the boat races in the back of the garage is Miss Budweiser. Miss Budweiser is connected to Mr. Frost. Frost is the PBR, and he's a professional PBR bull rider, and his daughter's Jessica, and his brother's, of course. He's driving a white X11 Citation, 5-speed, 6-speed, with reverse, and he's a technician, a mechanic, and also a lumberman, carpenter, and welder, and engineer, and what have you, in the liquor field, and also the entertainment field, and habitual and also convicting people of charges, and that's Andy Miller. So anyways, in the backyard is a warehouse, is a boat race weekend, and the walkway there's homeless people, legalities, gangbangers, bikers, Hells Angels, Gypsy Jokers, also Mongols, and what have you, prospects, make a name for themselves, and what they do is take from the system and expose the system and take what they can take advantage of. What I got left from my grandmother, India, they're all from India, and the administration office has all this downloaded in Microsoft Vista Utilities, UBI business number, and also the account systems abstract. That's Mr. Vasquez, Department of Licensing. And Department of Licensing issue out passports, driver's license, CDLs, and what have you, enhancement license and whatnot. And Andy Miller, CEO, Benton, Washington, U.S., conducts those services as well, and all services. Gonzaga University was built, and Vista Utilities partake in having this place covered by Vista Utilities, and this place is moderated. This is what I got left. We got update systems, moderate systems, new equipment, new Vista equipment, power poles, and also the legalities of fence, gravel pit, emergency assistant, fire, silent night fire, and upgraded silent night fire sprinkler systems that's connected to City Hall and the fire department here in Moses Lake, here in Tri-Cities, the Kennewick POD, Richland POD, Pasco POD, and these legalities have a process, and this is post 22. And this is post 22. And it says restricted trucks. Restricted trucks access on Main Street, local deliveries, and that's Washington State Patrol, Mr. Hanson, at December 2nd, and 2018, December 3rd, where they were dispatched here at the Othello Hospital. The chief master accounting, and I turned them in because I didn't do nothing wrong, and they were police officers attacked me at Base Insurance Company 1344. And this is what I got left. This is the insurance policy and the accident that was occurred at Broadway and Dana, in front of Dana Law Firm, Broadway and Division. Stephanie Schwangberg by Trailblazer White. So legalities is that they surface and contain anchor, modulate, install the fiber, internet. We got internet. And there's nothing you can do about it. Shipments from Lamb Weston and Warden, Washington, transported here at CHS here in Othello. Transport for all the trains, refrigeration, and cargo, and freight. And delivery for fast foods, Burger King, McDonald's, Wendy's, Vons, Albertsons, Winco, Walmart, Fred Meyer's, Rosars, Yokes, PF Chains, any franchises, restaurants, fast food restaurants, Boston Pizzas, Wendy's, Carl's Jr.'s, Zips, potatoes, fries, curly fries, preserved fries, whatnot. Now there's an air switch. All these poles are never here. And what I got left in my grandmother. So in Findlay, Washington, when they delivered that Lamb Weston from Warden, Washington, these individuals try killing me. When they killed me, they thought I was dead. So they kind of getting rid of my body. But they can't get rid of my body. I had a couple hours before daylight. But before that, in the dark, they burned my body up. Caught me on fire. That didn't work out for them. My body couldn't burn enough. My body couldn't burn quickly enough to get rid of my body. To get rid of my face, my teeth, my hands, my fingerprints. That didn't work out for them. So, we got the Vista utility thing going. So the ordinance is Wi-Fi, business UBI number, anything in the library, any manifesting library, anything that got Zega, they try to tamper with. Anything they want to tamper with at the utilities office. As you see this, they cut the lock off. They cut the lock off. You see that? They cut the lock off. And this is a heavy duty safety switch that interrupts segmentation. It's a 24 VAC, 250 VDC, square D. This is another air switch. There's an air switch AC 680. So when they killed me and I thought I was dead, they're gonna put me in, dump me off the bridge. But they figure the Findlay, Washington bargers, and Findlay, Washington, there's a railroad that goes through. They'll discover my body in Oregon or I-80, State Patrol Unit, or the whatever legalities. They're gonna play it out as a murder and just put it lower in a casket, double death liner, concrete liner, orchid liner, a casket, or a mausoleum. Jay Mueller, Amy Mueller, Frank Musco, Eric Benson, Jones Johnson, Leonard Bambach at Resthaven, Roseville, Forest Lawn, Memory Glen, Fairyland, Resthaven, any of those locations. This may play it off. So it's all good. It didn't work out for me at all. Didn't work out for him at all.